Hi everyone, welcome to a DevOps Pro. So in this video, we'll be covering about we'll have a series of episodes now. What is AI on AI DevOps thing? How do we make use AI and how do we make use AI tools to increase efficiency in day-to-day DevOps activities? So every engineer is doing the same thing right now, like spending hours of the time to write the code like YAML pipelines, debugging issues, and manual reading through logs, and that AI could process in seconds. So the engineers who figure out how to work with AI are going to do 1 hour to do a job in 1 hour, what used to take it a full day. And the ones who don't, they're going to be competing for the same jobs with the people who are twice as fast. I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying it because I've lived it. I work in Azure DevOps, real enterprise workflows, real integrations, real production systems. And in this channel, I'm going to show you exactly how AI is changing the way the work gets done. So, welcome to DevOps Pro. Let's start from the beginning. So, who is this channel is for now? Before we get into the content, let me tell you exactly you who is this channel for, because I want to make sure you are in the right place. So, if you are a DevOps engineer or a cloud architect or a developer who works with infrastructure deployments and debugging the things, and you want to understand how AI tools actually fit into your daily process, workflows or something. So this is your channel, I can say. And even if you are new to DevOps and curious about what these fields look like in an AI first world, you are in the right place. I always explain the context, so you are not left behind. So what this channel is not, it's not theoretical, it's not like top 10 AI buzzwords to show some random things. So every video in channel going to show your real tools, real code, and real life workflows, problems, and stuff, and you can apply it on your next day in your live projects. So basically, what is AI is AI assisted DevOps. So what does AI assisted DevOps actually mean? Let me break into down simple steps. So traditional DevOps is about automating the software delivery pipelines using CI/CD, containerization, infrastructure as code, monitoring, incident response. You have been doing this all with the code, YAML, and shell scripts. So coming to the AI assisted DevOps means adding a layer of intelligence on top of that. Instead of writing every pipeline manually, you describe it to it, and then AI generates a YAML. So instead of reading through like 10,000 log lines to find an error, you ask AI to analyze them. And also, instead of searching a Stack Overflow for the right Terraform syntax, you ask the Copilot and get it in line. It's not replacing DevOps, but it's like removing repetitive tasks which are frustrating parts, so you can focus on the architecture, design decisions, and then problems that actually need human thinking. So let me make this concrete by three real life examples of my own work. These are not hypothetical. These are things I actually did. Like first thing, like writing KQL queries to uh, get the failures. Like I work with application insights regularly and monitoring logic workflows that integrate with SAP and Salesforce. So writing KQL queries from scratch to trace specific failures used to take me like 22 to 30 minutes per query. Now with AI thing, right? I just described what I want in simple plain English to Azure Copilot or maybe ChatGPT. Like show me all the failed runs of this particular workflow in the last 24 hours or maybe 1 week or something, and it generates the query, and I review it I change according to my requirement and then run it. So it could save like 15 to 20 minutes every single time. So let me show how I write my code here. So I'm using ChatGPT. There is no context now. So just so I just entered one single plain English text and it generated all the KQL query for me. So instead of spending 20 or 30 minutes to write single KQL query, I can check this, and based on what the output it provides, right, I can give the response back to ChatGPT or Azure Copilot, and it will uh, enhance the scripts, KQL scripts for you. So based on your requirement, you can always have this feedback mechanism to the same ChatGPT or Azure Copilot. You can enhance the query and then get the things done in real quick time. So even for YAML pipelines, if I say consider, we have this integrated with Visual Studio Code already. So we can make use of GitHub Copilot there and then write a simple YAML pipeline without much hassle. Okay, so I just describe what is required for me here. Right? Create a YAML pipeline for Node.js. Consider Node.js application without best standards. If you see it's working on it, and then it will generate the what are the required YAML with all the standards in the market, and then it will generate the YAML pipeline, which previously takes like maybe a 1 or 2 hours for us, but now it will take like not even a minute. So even it asks what is required for GitHub Actions or GitLab CI or Azure pipelines or Jenkins. So I just take this thing for now. So what versions it is supposed to do, all these things you need to Docker build and stuff. That's all. Submit. So yes, create a complete project setup. Submit. So it's analyzing your answers. Based on that, it will create the pipeline. So it's even asking to create the folders and everything. So I just allow it. So this. So it's creating files. Even if you see 299 7 lines of code, it like written in seconds. See, if you see this thing, it created all the required files for us. So we have saved almost like a day of time, and then we can debug the things. Like if you are getting any issues in the pipeline, we can debug on the existing pipelines. So we are like saving lots of time here, and we can spend this quality time in implementing other architecture process or best DevOps practices and stuff there. Okay, so let me go back to the presentation again. So in the similar way, we can have this instant when a logic app workflow is fail silently and no clear error, just a timeout or anything can happen in the running projects, right? So in the old approach was to manually trace every step, check each connector, cross reference timestamp. It could take an hour or more than that. But with Azure Copilot in the portal, I describe the symptom and it lets the workflow runs history and then tells me which character failed or and why. So instead of spending like 1 hour, I can just spend like 1 minute or when 90 seconds. That's not an exaggeration, but it's an actual thing which is happening in day-to-day activity, whatever I do now. So what is the learning curve now for us? So now I want to address something honestly because I see a lot of channels skip this part. So AI tools have learning curve, not a steep one, but a real one, which is quite simple to understand. So the biggest skill you need to develop is prompting. So knowing how to describe and what you want to precisely enough. So to the AI gives you give that is something very useful now. So a vague prompt gives you a vague result like write me a pipeline. If you say it writes a simple pipeline and it's a generic I can say it's a garbage. Like if you say very particular prompt like write an Azure DevOps platform that builds a Python fast API, run PyTest, push Docker to ACR, and with the location. So that produces something actually we can use it. So the engineers who did the who get the most of AI are not the ones who treat it like magic button. They are the ones who treat it like very capable junior engineer. You have to give it clear context and always review its output. So if you see this vague vague prompt here, write me a pipeline and what it actually written to us, and what is a precise prompt looks like. Okay, so it's not the complete AI estate DevOps thing I can say, but in the coming episodes we'll be dealing with all how do we integrate, how do we generate YAML pipelines, create Dockers, and how do we write shell scripts and everything. So in the upcoming videos on this channel AI DevOps Pro, so you know exactly what to expect. So next video, a complete walkthrough of GitHub Copilot specifically for DevOps engineers, CI/CD pipelines, Docker files, shell scripts, all real live things. After that, I'm running an experiment where I let the AI build an entire Docker deployment from the scratch and will honestly evaluate every file it produces. That's what's good and what's wrong and what nearly caused a security issue. Then a breakdown of the 5 AI tools where every cloud engineer should have in their workflow right now. Not a sponsored list, but tools I actually use. Every video is going to be a practical, honest, and based on real engineering work. No hype, no fillers. So if you made this far, you are exactly the kind of engineer this channel is built for. Curious, practical, and not willing to get left behind. So hit the subscribe button to get every new video, and drop a comment right now telling me what's the most time-consuming repeat task in your DevOps workflow. That comment might be become the next video. So yeah, I will see you in episode 2. Thanks.